2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The sprawling metropolis of talent. And with
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Kleber is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the three slot. Now, here's Doncic. Back to Kleber. No good on the triple. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Passes it to Jackson. Outside for George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Doncic finds Porzingis. And here's Richardson. Pass to Doncic. 13 feet away. Here's Porzingis. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
A shot by Batum, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Now, here's Doncic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Shoots over Zubac. Nails the 16-footer. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Leonard finds George. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Now Doncic puts up a 3. They get the rebound. Porzingis on the follow.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
George against Richardson. From deep. The shot by George, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. There's 1:17 left here in the opening quarter. Jackson against Doncic. It's Jackson with the drive, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Doncic looking it over. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. George against Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
See, you can tell Porzingis knows when he's in close, he's got the kind of size, touch, and length to make that look easy.
Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Now, here's Doncic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
George against Richardson. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. The three-pointer off the mark. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Rondo drives in. Oturu. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the game. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Clock at 6. Man passes to Oturu. The 9-foot shot. That misses off the backboard.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Marjanovic finds Redick. There's the 3. Oturu with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
To the paint. Pass to Kennard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo. The Clippers trail. Oturu, the pass to Rondo. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Outside, Redick. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
And here's Morris for 3. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Out left to the wing. Brunson finds Hardaway. No good on the 3. Clippers trail by 4. Stolen by Brunson. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Hardaway. Doncic passes to Redick. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Redick's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Passes it to Kennard. Patterson with it. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Fast break, Dallas. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Leonard against Redick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 Finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Kleber's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's George, and the shot goes down. George has got 6.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
Dallas leading by 6. Doncic outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. No good that time.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds. And that does it for our...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5.
We know this. Doncic is an aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to make you pay.
Here's George. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
He was all alone on that one. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Richardson against George.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Outside, Porzingis. To the middle. Doncic outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. Another shot. Porzingis trying to get free. And Doncic lays it in. Doncic has got 4 this quarter. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson dishes to Batum. It's George on the wing. And stolen by Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
George up again. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Richardson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Jackson kicks to Batum. Leonard inside.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 13-point game. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 12.
And now you're starting to see them just turn up the tempo a little bit.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on J.J. Redick. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And 1:01 left in the third. Thompson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside for Redick. Marjanovic passes to Brunson. That 3 off the mark. Clippers trail by 13. With the putback. Here's Morris. And at last they get one to fall.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Goes back up. Can't connect. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Mavericks leading by 13. They've got J.J. Redick. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Morris kicks to Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Back to Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Brunson, good. Brunson's got his first 2 points.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Rondo against Marjanovic. Here's Zubac. Good on the bucket. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Zubac, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 13. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Rondo, and that one drops.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Jackson against Brunson. Now the pass to Porzingis. Dallas again missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. And here we go again. The Clippers on the break. And it's Leonard missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Leonard attacking. Pass to Oturu. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
And it's George finishing it off.
This is how athletic Paul George is, an absolute monster around the rim.
Doncic outside. Goes up on the block. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now, you have got to give Paul George so much respect. He's just amazing at drawing contact when he's shooting.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in, and both free throws good for Paul George. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's good from long range.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
George against Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. From deep. That one's not going to go. George from deep three-point land. It's off. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Probably a little close. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. The Margaret Hunt-Hill Bridge. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now McCollum, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Just 2 to shoot. And that one drops for him.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Kleba. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Covington's shot is off. And the Mavericks with possession. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Far from just a jump shooter. Richardson is more than capable of getting it done inside, too.
Powell, the pass to McCollum. Back to Powell. High post, Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
He hits both from the stripe. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doncic outside. Down low. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Passes it to Lillard. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Powell. Portland again missing.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Finney Smith passes to Kleba. The dish now to Richardson. The pass to Finney Smith. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. High post, Nurkic. McCollum against Richardson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Covington kicks to McCollum. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's Simons. Back to McCollum. Tanner, high post. Trying to get something going, and Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves the game.
Brunson with a clean look. Hits it from 3-point range.
and their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Cantor throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
19 seconds left in the first. Takes it from 10. And Cantor over to help. Cauley Stein. And he drops it in from the low post.
And it's important for Cauley Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
The three from McCollum. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got C.J. McCollum. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. Pass to Hardaway. And here's Brunson. Just 4 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Brunson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Anthony. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Runs in the pass to Reddick. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He's decent at getting a shot for himself. I like watching Reddick get tricky with his handles every so often.
Passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. Anthony right side. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Snatched away. Here's Jones. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks leading by 8. Reddick with the bucket. Reddick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Off target with his 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 7 points.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up one.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Kleba. Beyond the arc. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Anthony up on top. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Cantor. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. Nurkic with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis, right wing. Richardson gets a wide open look. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Richardson's got his second basket of the game. Trailblazers trail by 9. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. Back to Lillard. There's the pass to Nurkic. Portland needs to get off a shot. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Powell, he's checked in for Anthony. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
To the wing right side. Kleba, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And then Lillard slams it in.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Now, here's Doncic. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Richardson the pass to Doncic. The 19-footer is on the money. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was all about Dallas as the game got going. You could see the daggers in their eye. That's all for now.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Lillard the pass to Giles. Doncic with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And Doncic throws it down.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you'd like to see a greater effort to change ends.
That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
Now, his three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Kleba. In the corner, it's Richardson. Back to Kleba. And the pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Comes up empty down low.
And they continue to control the glass. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
McCollum kicks to Giles. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Porzingis. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Anthony against Kleber. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. McCollum dishes to Anthony. And he comes up with the deuce.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Doncic feeling it out. For the three. The rebound by Giles.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kicks it out to Lillard. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Lillard's got 10 points.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Second chance shot. And it's in off the backboard. He's got 12.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Anthony, the pass to Giles. Powell dishes to McCollum. Shoots it. The shot by Powell, no good.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Kleber, the pass to Porzingis. Now, Kleber. Up in time. No good. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Portland, Little and Nurkic holding down the forward spots. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the 1. Clock at 6. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Here's Simons. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Brunson. They get it back.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And Nurkic has it in the corner. Simons surveying the D. There's the triple. Little can't hit. Mavericks leading by 15. Hardaway with a wide open look. knocks down the three ball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
To the inside, Cantor. Will it go? Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Pass to Hardaway. This one for 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Powell, no one around him, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
The pass to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Shot clock at 5. The 15-footer. Redick with the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Oh, man, an efficient mid-range shooter. I like seeing Redick work in this shot from time to time.
Lillard from outside. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. The 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Brunson finds Hardaway. Redick is in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. It's a 14-point game. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Back to Powell. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Powell's got 9 points here in the second half.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Hardaway passes to Brunson. No good there. And it's Portland the other way. Passes it to Nurkic. Hardaway with the steal.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Porzingis.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Shot clock at 2. Dallas again missing. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The 3 from McCollum sinks the triple.
Well, then sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Shoots the 3. Doncic, no good. McCollum passes to Lillard. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Pass to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Launches a 3. And no good that time. And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what's the...
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. the city of Dallas, Texas. The location for the Nuggets. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Nikola Jokic, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Bull in at the 3. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Richardson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, no easy answer for how you defend Richardson on the drive.
Barton surveying the floor. At the elbow, Murray. Kleber against Gordon. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
And, you know, Richardson, simply by being aggressive, puts a lot of pressure on the defense and is able to force the foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Out to the right wing. Now, here's Bull. D right on him. He's off on that one. Pass to Finney-Smith. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for the way Barton carries himself. I mean, he's a terrific teammate. He does everything he can to impact winning.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Porzingis, and they pick up 2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
It's been a slow start here for Denver. Trailing here by 8. Martin with it. He's picked up by Doncic, and the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Dallas. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Bull, the pass to Gordon. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson's running over Jokic. Great positioning on the putback. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting. A lot of those second chance opportunities, those can be hard to come by sometimes.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
The 3 for Doncic. Denver grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside for Murray. Now the pass to Jokic. Nice D from Porzingis.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
In the corner, Bull with it. 1:10 left to play here in the first. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Not going to go that time. And Denver the other way now. Here's Gordon. They grab their own miss. Pass to Bull. Back to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Gordon. Jokic has got it back down to within single digits for the Nuggets. Doncic against Barton. Out to Porzingis. Fires for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Barton dishes to Murray. Inside, Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Quick reaction that time by Jokic. Very impressive. Good at rolling to the right spot after setting the screen and doing it quickly.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
They've got Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Cauley Stein, and it's Doncic in at the small forward position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Got a piece of it. Porter with the steal, and now it's Green running. He can go all the way, and it's Green with the jam.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Mavericks leading by 4. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
On the wing, Porter. Outside for Murray. Shot clock at 6. Back to Porter. Campazzo, guarded by Hardaway. Basket counts.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Doncic outside. Fires from deep. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
Murray against Brunson. Murray surveying the D. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Campazzo, guarded by Hardaway, goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Powell finds Doncic. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 7-point differential. Pass to Green. And it's in there. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester.
When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. On the wing, Hardaway. Oh, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Dallas leading by 9. We've got 1:18 left now here in the second. Richardson finds Marjanovic. Count the basket.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Now here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Back to Barton. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Richardson. Down low. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Richardson. On the wing, Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Richardson. Outside for Porzingis. And stolen by Gordon. And they're on the break. Here's Jokic. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Brunson scanning the floor. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Poked away. Hardaway with the steal. He can't hit that time.
And you watch Bol on the defensive end.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong. They had great chemistry early on, both offensively. That's all for now.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Will Barton. Bol is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia. Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time, never giving up on a possession.
And stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Jokic passes to Bol. And they call an illegal screen here.
beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. And Denver with a change here, too. Paul Millsap's checked in for Gordon. Powell, and it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
4 on the clock. Kleba finds Powell. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaMychal Green comes in for Jokic. And Porter subbed in for Bull. Green taking his time here. Bobbed up there for Green. The shot will not fall.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Powell kicks to Doncic. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets trail by 7, and that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Murray. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the wide open shot from Green. Great look, but off the mark. Richardson attacking. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Mavericks leading by 7. Doncic with it. Out guarded by Barton. Nailed from three-point land. Richardson's got 9.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Doncic against Murray. Millsap dishes to Murray. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. The second effort outside for Murray. Barton outside. Back to Murray. The 3. But they recover it. Green finds Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Outside Gordon. Outside Porter. Back to Gordon. Shot on the wing. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Brunson. Jacks up a 3. Offline. And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Hardaway in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Mavericks?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's Bull. Here's Gordon. Count that bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
To the left side wing. Marjanovic passes to Brunson. Off target from the baseline.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
In the corner, Bull with it. Campazzo. Brunson covering. Jokic with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. And the basket is good. And the Mavericks lead by 8. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Murray against Hardaway. The pass to Jokic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead early. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Richardson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Barton. Good work defensively by Richardson. Dallas leading by 10. Here's Brunson. The teardrop falls in. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, I think they really want Richardson to be a leader of this team. And the best way to do it really is by sharing the ball. Keep everybody involved in the offense.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Gordon finds Barton. No good from outside. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And stolen by Murray. The drive by Jokic. Gordon. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Richardson the pass to Brunson. Richardson trying to break loose. Brunson no good.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Jokic kicks to Murray. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Mavericks.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Gordon with no one around, no good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Richardson, slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Bull.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Campazzo, Burke covering. Here's Dozier. And again, Denver no good. Now here's Richardson. Here's Marjanovic. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first...
All right, David, thank you. got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured. One of their stars out. Something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Left side Jackson. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Now here's Kleba. The fader. Here's Finney Smith. And it's off from three-point range. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Left side Leonard. Makes it off the glass. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season. Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Kleba kicks to Porzingis. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Now the Clippers with it. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. George passes to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Jackson. And here is Kleba. Here's Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And with Josh Richardson, they love his size in the backcourt and his mobility. He moves extremely well.
Jackson passes to George. Back to Jackson. Over in the corner, Batum. The tray. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the pass to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And showing he's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
Clippers trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Jackson. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
George against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Tipped away and stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Coley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleba. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Patterson. Rondo against Brunson. Here's Patterson. Morris passes to Mann. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Brunson with it. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Marjanovic kicks to Redick. The offensive rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Brunson against Rondo. To stop the run. And the rejection by Marjanovic. It's deflected. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Mavericks on top, up 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 5, down low. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Brunson. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Brunson kicks to Redick. Tries from 10. And with the rebound. And for the Clippers, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Morris passes to Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Pass to Mann. Rondo against Marjanovic. Oturu's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
You know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
Porzingis at the elbow. Good.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. George finds Zubac. Over Porzingis. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Now here's Porzingis. Over Leonard. And the rejection by Leonard. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Jackson dishes to George. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now, here is Morris. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 5. There's the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Outside, George. Oh, good with the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Porzingis, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got his second bucket.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Up top, Doncic. Defended by George. And that one's good. Doncic.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Outside, George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Richardson.
The consummate team player. Paul George is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
And George drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
That shot misses. And so it's the Dallas. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside you. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with... Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Batum. No points in the game yet for him.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And Kleba now top of the key. Here's Finney Smith. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
A beast on the dribble drive. You see Kawhi right there, undeterred by contact.
The Mavericks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. George against Doncic. To the right side. Finney Smith offline with his 3. So it's the Clippers now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 8.
Great job by Kawhi. Strong, physical, plays with an edge.
Doncic against George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Now, here is George. He's got 8. Outside for Jackson. It's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Up top, Doncic. He's got 9. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's George finishing it off.
The anticipation for the steal, the athleticism on the finish. Paul George is a game changer.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. The shot by Rondo is no good. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd, still 0 for 3.
It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
On the clock. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mavericks leading by 4. Brunson scanning the floor. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Nice shot by Rondo.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Marjanovic finds Brunson. A 3-ball. Kennard against Redick. Got a hand on it. Kennard against Cauley Stein. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Hardaway gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Steps back and shoots. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Rondo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rondo's got 5 now.
What passion from Rondo on that drive. Just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
And so it's the depth. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Doncic, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
The Mavericks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Now, Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. 5 on the clock. From 6 feet, it's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Porzingis to the left wing. Here's Brunson. Here's Porzingis. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Brunson. On the wing, Doncic. Back to Brunson. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break and then points at the other end.
Here's Leonard after J.J. Redick's bucket. Jackson finds Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's George finishing it off.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Leonard dishes to George. And the shot is good. And now just a 2-point Dallas lead.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Porzingis passes to Brunson. There's the dish to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. That evens the score.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
And in a tight game like this, a technical can be a killer. And he made sure he took advantage of the opportunity there at the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. The shot by George, no good.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Porzingis passes to Kleba. Shoots over Zubac. Here's Porzingis. The 10-footer finds the target. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Now, here's George. Passes to Zubac. The shot by George, no good. The Mavericks have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
From past the arc. That doesn't go either for George.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Who says he's still a young man? Josh Richardson looking like a veteran, handling the pressure with ease.
Outside for George. And here's Leonard from three. Here's Zubac. Back to George. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot clock at 6. George missing again. And here is Doncic. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Puts it up off the inbound. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting and thanks for tuning in to the NBA on DA. Take it away.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And a deep 3 from Lillard. From beyond the arc and then some. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Powell for 3. Kleber with the rebound. And here are the Mavericks now. Here's Richardson. It's tipped. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now, here's Doncic. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Lillard the pass to Powell. From 11 feet away, and that one hits back iron. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Dallas moving it around. Nurkic with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas has come out of the gates quickly. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. The shot by Kleber, wide open. Porzingis on the foul.
How about he has yet to miss? 4-4 to start.
Powell dishes to Lillard. And it's off from 3-point range.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Over McCollum. Porzingis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Giles. Now here's Powell. McCollum outside. Back to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Giles kicks to Powell. Lillard the pass to Powell. Trying to end the drought. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Pass to Kleber. Nurkic against Doncic. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. And 12 points for Porzingis.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curbs a 10-0 run by Dallas.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Shoots over Powell. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. He dishes it to Nurkic. Doncic against McCollum. Passes it to Powell. Back to McCollum. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over to the wing. Richardson outside. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
Doncic outside, 13 feet away. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Anthony out there with Little. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the 2nd quarter with.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Outside Anthony. Feeds it to Little. Lays it up and banks it in. Little's got his first points of the game.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Stolen. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
The pass to Marjanovic. Back to Brunson from downtown. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the 2nd quarter of action. To the inside. Over to the left wing. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Anthony for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Redick kicks to Brunson. 18 feet out. The shot by Redick, no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
Now here's Redick. Back to Hardaway. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 5. Outside Anthony. And a deep 3 from Lillard. The shot comes out. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Pass to CLA Stein. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
You combine the athleticism with the size of CLA Stein, and it's a lot for teams to deal with, especially when he's driving into the hoop.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. From 6 feet, and he knocks down the jumper. CLA Stein's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. Back to Anthony. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
Fires the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brunson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Powell, the pass to Anthony. The shot, no good. CLA Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks leading by 10. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. No good on the 3. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. Back to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, the D attempted to foul Kanter before he got that shot off, but too late. Results in the and 1.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
Here's Doncic. Gets it off. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds. Thanks for joining.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better? That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. In the corner, it's Richardson. Stolen by McCollum. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And that one is good.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Now Doncic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here's Porzingis for a three. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Richardson's got his first points in this one.
Richardson doing a great job in transition. Has good speed that time. Accelerates in the open floor.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Pass to Powell. Here's Giles. We've been defending. And it's Giles missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Mavericks shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Dallas, Hardaway's checked in for Porzingis, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Outside Anthony shoots. The Trailblazers rebound. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Here's the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Anthony's got 5.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Doncic looking it over. Passes it to Hardaway. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Cauley Stein comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Little with the ball. Marjanovic on him. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers trail by 4. In the corner it's Little. Again the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And here is Anthony. He has 5. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, a rebound by Marjanovic.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Back to Hardaway. He kicks to Cauley Stein. To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. .27 seconds left here in the third quarter. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. And there's the pass to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Brunson. No good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Mavericks leading. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Powell in at the two-guard spot.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lillard, right side. It's Jones on the wing. Covered by Redick. Here's Giles. 6 to shoot. Lillard outside. Over Brunson. Trailblazers keep it alive. The shot by Lillard wide open. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Just so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
Brunson against Lillard. Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. Outside, Redick. Lays it up off the glass. Redick's got his first basket.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Redick's got the ball. Fires the 3. That shot no good. And it's Portland the other way. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Simons, he's checked in for Jones. Dallas leading by 4. Doncic outside. Pass to Richardson. Lets it go. Pass to Porzingis. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the dunk by Powell.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Doncic. Left side, Porzingis. No one covering. 16 points for Porzingis.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. From the arc, bangs home the trifecta.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Doncic outside. Passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis making it count. Wants to come through big time and does here.
It's tipped. Kleber finds Doncic. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Cantor. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Porzingis inside. Count that one. 22 points for Porzingis.
Defense right now looking for the off switch on Porzingis. It's not to be found.
Giles kicks to McCollum. It's McCollum on the wing. Here's Giles. They've been defending. Giles, that's good.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Back to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. To the inside. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And it's Lillard missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Back to Doncic. To the paint. Here's Kleba. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
McCollum against Richardson. On the wing, Doncic. With the shot. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard. Now Murray, following the three-point attempt by Aaron Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Murray, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Richardson kicks to Doncic. A three-pointer is right on target. Well, Doris, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. But I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
And so here is Dallas following the missed shot by Will Barton. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Murray against Richardson. Doncic with the block.
Hard work pays off for Luka in that instance. How about that on the defensive end? Send it back, Luka.
Kleba with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
You got to feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Now, here's Doncic. No good from outside.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now, here's Doncic. Finney Smith. Here's Porzingis. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Richardson against Barton. Outside for Murray. And a wide open look for Porter. But they'll get another chance. Gordon the pass to Barton. And Porter, here we go. No good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Richardson, good.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And Porter drops them both.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Now, here's Doncic. The high post shot. Porter pulls it in.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
The Mavericks leading. Doncic outside. Stripped it away. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, just using those long strides to just kind of knife through the teeth of the defense. Porter daring them to hit him on that one.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Hardaway against Murray. Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Count it. Good.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Campazzo. Brunson covering. Outside for Murray. Now the pass to Millsap. Denver passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Murray outside. And again, Denver no good. Stolen away. Campazzo. No good with the layup. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 1. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
the mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Hardaway. Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Brunson in at point guard.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Hardaway against Murray. Green up on top. Outside for Murray. Here's McGee. Lets the 3 fly. McGee. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Out to Doncic. 3-pointer. Hardaway against Murray. Poked loose. Back to Doncic. Shoots over McGee. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon comes in for JaMychal Green. And Barton subbed in for Jamal Murray. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Richardson in for Hardaway.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Brunson, good. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Denver grabs the miss. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Richardson attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
2 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot from 12. Brunson finds Porzingis inside. Back to Cauley Stein. Porzingis trying to get free. Gordon with the defensive effort. Oh, Porter in position. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and KP, he's not shy about creating some contact there. He might have a slender frame, but he is not afraid.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Murray outside. Count that one. Murray's got 6.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Here's Doncic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game it's been so far. The Nuggets trail. We've got Aaron Gordon. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Barton kicks to Murray. Porter against Doncic. For the lead, Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Here's Murray, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, not on the same page there, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Mavericks shooting 41% for the game. Doncic feeling it out. Goes back up. Porzingis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Shot clock at 6.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here. What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Just another way, Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Wide open look here for Murray. Misses the three.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
A pass to Porzingis, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Jokic, and it's JaMychal Green in for Aaron Gordon. And Dallas also making a switch. Marjanovic is checked in. Here's Murray. They kick it out to Green. Shoots over Marjanovic. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14. Murray, the pass to Millsap. The three-pointer, no good. Mavericks leading by 4. Moving it up. Kleber with the bucket.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Murray kicks to Green. Outside, Porter. Millsap left side. Open shot by Murray. And again, Denver no good.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. Over Green. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Murray right side. Barton outside. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Marjanovic against Millsap. To the middle. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. He's looking for Kleber and finds him. Over Green. Kleber, no good.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Barton dishes to Millsap. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Richardson against Murray. Richardson, good.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
The Nuggets trail by 10. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Millsap and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Outside for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
Passes it to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Murray against Brunson. Doncic kicks to Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And so it's Dallas, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Dwight Powell is out there with Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cauley Stein in at center. And Dallas again with the bucket. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Over in the corner, Doncic. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Barton kicks to Jokic. Pass to Murray. Back to Jokic. Shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Doncic passes to Brunson. That shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And it's McGee penetrating. Powell with the steal. Hardaway against Barton. Rebounded by McGee.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Good on the shot.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Gordon against Doncic. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Murray against Brunson. McGee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And he makes the first. Porter's checked in for Denver. And then for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for Hardaway. So the wing on the left. Kleber with it. Now defended by Jokic. Here's Porzingis. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Jokic.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Doncic against Porter. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Clock at 4. Stolen by McGee. One-on-one here. Floats it up for Jokic. Oh, trying for it. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Barton.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Murray's checked in for JaVale McGee. Doncic against Murray. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Barton against Richardson. It's good. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Murray against Doncic. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Porter. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Doncic against Murray. And stolen by Barton. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And Barton throws it down.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
You love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Murray against Doncic. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And he can't bank that one in.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
The kick out to Barton. Fires from deep. And another shot. Gordon the pass to Porter. For three, Murray. Kleba with the rebound. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Kleba. There's the dish to Doncic. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin,